Chapter 7, Mishnah 5. This Mishnah begins with a dispute about the ashes of a para aduma that are inside an earthenware vessel. We have learned that an earthenware vessel becomes tameh only if tuma goes inside the vessel, and not if tuma touches the outside. Therefore, if something is inside an earthenware vessel and tuma touches the outside of the vessel, neither the vessel nor the item inside become tameh. The Mishnah discusses whether this rule applies when the ashes of a para aduma are inside an earthenware jug. Rabbi Yehoshua and Rabbi Yakim, leader of the town of Hadar, testified regarding an earthenware jug that contains ashes of a chatas, para aduma, that someone placed on a dead sheretz, one of the 8 species of creeping creatures that transmit tumah when dead, that the ashes are tameh. Although the sheretz touched only the outside of the jug, and thus the jug itself remained tahor, the ashes became tameh because they were in a place of tumah. It was necessary for Rabbi Yehoshua and Rabbi Yakim to testify to this law, because Rabbi Eliezer rules that the ashes are tahor, since the jug itself is tahor. The next part of the Mishnah concerns a nazir. This is a person who took the vow of nazirus, which prohibits one to drink wine, or any part of a grape, cut his hair, or become tameh from a corpse. When his term of nazirus ends, he must shave his head and bring certain offerings. See Numbers chapter 6. If a person accepts nazirus upon himself without saying for how long, he must observe the laws of nazirus for 30 days. Preferably, he then shaves his head on the 31st day. However, if he shaved on the 30th day, he has fulfilled his obligation, even though his nazirus ends at that point before the end of the day. This is because of the rule, part of a day is like an entire day. Since he was a nazir for part of the 30th day, it is as though he was a nazir for the entire 30th day. The following testimony, which also appears in Nazir 3:2, is about someone who vowed to observe 2 terms of nazirus and did not specify the length of either term, in which case he must observe 2 consecutive 30-day terms and shave his head after each term. Rabbi Papias testified about someone who vowed to observe 2 terms of nazirus without specifying how long each term would last, that if he shaved for the conclusion of the first term on the 30th day, he should shave for the conclusion of the second term on the 60th day, which is the 31st day of the second term. And that if he shaved on the 59th day, which is the 30th day of the second term, he has fulfilled his obligation. This is because the 30th day counts for him twice in the number of days he must observe. That is, it counts both as the last day of the first term of nazirus and as the first day of the second term. Thus, the second term of nazirus started on the 30th day and ended on the 59th. Preferably, he should shave the next day, the 60th. But if he shaved that day, the 59th, he has fulfilled his duty.